All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another CEJA office hours session. Today, just wanted to go over a few updates that we have that will be going out with our update tomorrow night. So by Friday, some of the things or the things that we'll be going over here will be available to you in the system. One of them is in the dashboard. So filter here. We just had a quick update to move this line, respond to transfer request to the top. Um, that way, when you're checking the dashboard, each time you're in the system, you'll be able to see and respond to, any transfer requests for, customers that are in your customer list there. So we do have that coming out Thursday night. So, Friday morning, that'll be available. Oh, we also have an update in the dashboard because it came up before. There were a few. I think Nate, we were talking about this, and perhaps the last session or the one before. But we're updating the services section to only include customers who have actually been enrolled. In these rows that we see here, especially for this career plan services section. This was pulling in customers who were like inquiry, pre-screening applicant. So at least, where they were in the CEJA reporting system, this section wasn't quite relevant to them yet because they weren't enrolled. But this section is now, only going to be looking at customers who have been enrolled in the system. So that'll have the numbers, line items make a little more sense. Then was the other issue, I think. Okay, we resolved that one. I'm just taking a look here at our other updates. I think those are the main ones I wanted to cover. Um, well, with that, I'll go ahead and open it up to any questions. You can unmute yourself, add it in the chat if you have any questions about the reporting system or if there's anything we'd like to go over a little bit more and walk through, we can certainly do that as well. Hi, Catrice.
Hi, David. This is Catrice. Hi, everyone. Is it possible, because we have had some events, some outreach events, where you guys can go over where we would upload those events? So I attempted to go in last week to upload it, and I ran into issues, and it could be me. And I know it's me. But if you guys can touch on that, that will be helpful for me.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So to add the events in the system, we got our main page here for the customer list. If we click this partner engagement management tab, and then if we select the outreach tab here, here's where we can add the events here. So I'm logged in as a Climate Works grantee. So if I add an outreach event, just click that button here. And for grantee, because I have access to a sub-grantee in the system, that's why we have the drop down here. If you don't have, sub-grantee or sub-navigator, then this should just populate with your organization. And so we'll select the grantee. For the outreach name, we'll say outreach example. Where's 30? For audience type, we have business engagement and individual engagement here. So we'll just make a selection for the right one. So in this case, we'll say individual engagement. And then under outreach type, we have our list here. And up above, we do, define those a little bit more. So, based on the outreach event type, you can make your selection there. So let's say in-house event, and then the date of the event. So if it's, in the past, you can use the calendar picker here to make that selection. And then the number of attendees. So let's just say 30. And so once we have this filled out, we can click save, get the prompt from the system that it's been saved successfully. And then we can see here that it's been added into our table of events. And if we click this see notes, that'll pull this back up. So, maybe, we entered the date wrong, or the number of attendees was more or less, we can make those changes here. And if there's any notes you'd like to add as well to it, you can click this add follow-up note and enter in that information. So
That helps. I definitely was on the wrong thing. I was on the engagement tab. Thank you so much, David.
gotcha. Yeah, of course. And then we can just enter that text in there and click save. And then we'll see that that note has been added for that event. There we go.
Thanks again.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, David. It's Emily. I did have one really quick question.
Yeah.
So we keep getting a referral from another organization, and so I accept the referral, and then we've been attempting contact for the individual being referred, and we haven't had any luck with getting a hold of them. So I reached back out to the original referral source, and they said that they never made that referral and were really confused as to why we got that referral. So I was just wondering, have there been issues with that by chance, or is this just kind of a fluke?
I haven't heard or seen any help requests or emails about that with referrals. I think we can connect outside of this call to kind of see
Perfect.
what's going on. Yeah.
Okay, that would be great. I just want to help the participant if we can, but just wanted to make sure. So thank you.
Sure. Yeah. Any other questions or things you'd like to go over? And say if not, Larry, Michelle, is there anything you'd like to add or comment about?
I don't have anything right now.
No, I don't have anything either.
Okay.
Hello.
Well, in that case, if there's no
Hey,
other,
you want to leave on speaker. What's your favorite? Hold on 1 second.
oh, it might have been, okay. But yeah, if there's no other questions, we'll go ahead and end our office hour session here, but we'll get the recording posted to the partner guide page. And if anything comes up, you know how to get in contact with us and submit help requests. So thanks, everyone. We're going to go ahead and end our call here. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.